Hi everyone, Ash here. I've got a very special guest. His name is Vaughn Prangley. Hi Vaughn, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? Thank you for having me here.
Oh, well, thank you for taking time out of your day to come and chat with us.
Yeah, cool.
What's the weather like there in Dubai?
At the moment, it's very pleasant, but summer's coming very soon in like
Oh,
end of May, June, and then you can cook your breakfast on the road.
I can
So,
imagine. Vaughn, tell us, what inspired you to pursue a career in music?
um, well, I started playing guitar when I was about 9 years old,
Okay,
uh, and I guess as I got older, I discovered that music was the best way for me to express myself and my views on the world and share messages. Um, and that's why I do music. I love the ability that music has to
right,
share a message better than any sentence could, you know.
right.
Uh,
No, that's right.
so yeah, that's what drives me to do music.
Okay, and how do you channel your emotions into your music?
Yeah, so I would say I'm quite an observant person. So I I like to watch what happens around me and where the people in my life are. And if something specific happens or I'm going through something, I channel whatever that feeling is into a song. And it
Right.
usually starts off with me just like, get home and mess around on the guitar and come up with a little melody or whatever.
Okay.
And then I connect a story to it. So yeah, I think that's what makes good music is when it's authentic, when it comes from a place uh of experience, and you can almost hear that the writer or the musician has been through whatever they're talking about.
Right.
So
That's actually going to be my next question. What message or theme do you hope to convey through your songs?
yeah, it would definitely be authenticity. I want people to listen to my music and feel like they can relate to it because it feels real and the
Yeah.
emotions are real. I think a lot of things today are very fabricated and superficial, and I just I just want to try and add a bit of authenticity to the world. I
Actually,
think we will.
that sounds good. I heard your song Road Trip and I absolutely love it. I really love
Oh,
it.
thank you.
When Devo sent it over, and I thought, oh, this is such a great song, you know.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Also, what is the, I'm going to try and think how to ask this. The music in Dubai, do you get a bigger audience in Dubai?
Yeah, the gigging here has been amazing.
Really?
I've been doing a lot of shows in Abu Dhabi and some shows down in Dubai. I've kind of moved between the two cities.
Okay.
Things are a little bit quiet at the moment because it's Ramadan.
Right.
So everywhere's quite, you know, it's calmed down a lot.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a lot quieter in summer because it gets so hot that people just don't really go out. So
Oh,
during that time, I'll probably come back to South Africa.
okay.
Um, but during the winter here, yeah, the music scene's definitely popping. So that's a lot of fun.
Do you find that the audience is a totally different vibe to, let's say, South Africa?
Yeah, because there's people from all over the world, there's Europeans, there's people from Lebanon and, obviously the whole of the Middle East, Australia, Ireland. So your audience is very mixed, which is
Right.
very cool. There's like that's like just a mix of different cultures and personalities. And yeah, it's very cool to experience.
I can imagine. It must feel quite different to be in a different country and playing to sort of a different audience per se compared
Yeah,
to the South African audience.
absolutely. Yeah.
And do you find a lot of people follow you on your musical journey?
Yeah, it's been really cool. Especially the performances I've had in Abu Dhabi. There's a lot of beautiful places that really supports the whole acoustic performance vibe.
Right.
Um, and yeah, there's been a lot of very cool interactions and a lot of support. It's been amazing. Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Oh, that's good. Now, why did you actually move to Dubai?
My dad got a job offer up
Right.
here, and so the whole family decided to start a new chapter, and now we're here.
Wow. It must be, are you from Cape Town or Joburg or Durban?
Joburg.
Oh, fellow mate. Yeah. Whereabouts in Durban?
No, Joburg,
Oh,
Joburg.
Joburg. Okay.
Yeah,
Whereabouts in
yeah.
Joburg?
I don't know if you know Midstream at all. It's
Midstream?
Centurion, Pretoria.
Pretoria, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's around that area.
Okay, so you go there on holiday, you could say, when you have a bit of a break from your music.
Yeah, and when it gets too hot, because you don't want to really be here in the summer. So
Oh, I can
coming to,
imagine.
to South Africa during summer is definitely in my books. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow. And
yeah.
what is the most difficult part about writing authentic and relatable lyrics?
I think you got to be very honest with yourself. You know,
Right.
sometimes we not only hide our emotions away from other people, but you can hide your emotions from yourself. And it can be hard to be vulnerable and put your full self out there.
Yeah.
A lot of my songs are written about things that I've felt or that I've gone through, or that people that are very close to me have gone through.
Uh-huh.
And you have to be open enough to be vulnerable, and be honest with yourself and how you feel and how others feel. And I think that can be quite challenging sometimes.
Right.
Uh, Overall, I think it's a very beneficial thing to be able to do, to deal with your emotions in a healthy way. And I think
No,
that's
of
what
course.
that's for me.
And Vaughn, tell us, how do you connect with the audience through your live performances?
Well, I've recently got into live looping, which has been a lot of fun. It's like what Jeremy Loops does, and I believe Ed Sheeran does it as well.
Right.
Uh, you kind of create a song live while you're performing. So like you record a little guitar melody and then it repeats and you add over it and you add layers. And sometimes it's cool to get the crowd involved and
Okay.
record something of them. So I'd like to say that my live shows are very intimate in a way where, I like to really connect with the audience and make it feel like they are involved in the performance and not just a member of the audience.
Of course, of course. And just like standing there thinking, okay, it's nice that,
Yeah.
you involve the audience and next time you play the song, say, oh, I was in that song.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Is there any particular techniques or musical elements that you enjoy incorporating into your music?
I think it's all over the place. I've always been very fond of string instruments. I love cellos and violins.
Right.
It depends on the sound because some of my music is quite mellow and a bit of a ballad type of feel, but others are quite rocky. So I like to jump all over the place and experiment with different sounds, and I think
Right.
that's you gotta do that, you know?
Of course. Otherwise,
Try
it's
a bit
just
of
the same
everything.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, are there any specific artists or genres that have influenced your musical style?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of Ben Howard. He was a massive inspiration to me. And I guess that's where my acoustic guitar playing comes from. I really loved the way that he played the acoustic guitar and um, kind of wanted to experiment with that feel. Then I love Kings of Leon and
Oh, yes.
I love the Lumineers, Kaleo, which is a an Icelandic band. They're very cool.
Right.
Um, yeah, so lots of music, lots of artists that inspire me.
Okay, so you've got like a mixture that you incorporate into your music.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
And tell us, Vaughan, how do you approach the arrangement and production of your songs?
That's a good question. Hmm. I don't even know if I think about it that deeply. Because what I usually do is write the song before I start, producing
Right.
it. I like to have a full song before I jump into production. And then I record like a demo of just me, my vocals and an acoustic take, and then build around it, you know? So
Yeah.
you have the full song, then I build layers around the song, and see where it goes, you know? Um, I come into the song or into a production with a vision, but the end result could be completely different to the vision that I initially had, or
Sure.
it's really I like to keep it as natural as possible so the product feels again real and authentic. So
And unique. That's right. It's got your touch on it.
exactly, yeah.
And how do you approach collaboration with other musicians or artists?
Well, I went through, I've worked in quite a few recording studios, and I worked with Prime Circle,
Oh,
drummer,
nice.
Dale. So yeah, I mean, I love collaborating. At the moment, I haven't been doing much of that. I've been more focusing on solo production and all of that. And I think experimenting with both is great. But I absolutely love collaborating with other people.
Sure.
Um, I play. I like to jam with people this side. There's a good friend of mine who's a drummer. Yeah, because they if they come up with something cool and we work on something together, then could create something really awesome. So yeah,
That sounds good. And what do you do if you're not writing songs or performing? What do you like to do that's your time?
right, yeah. I love science, so I love space and science, and I do a lot of reading on that. And then I'm
Okay.
studying computer engineering at the moment,
All
so
right.
it obviously takes up a good amount of time. And then I guess being active, going to gym and going on walks and just experiencing the nuances of life. So
Of course. Do you go to the
I
beach
guess
there
that's how I
when
like
you,
to myself
sorry,
busy.
carry on.
Yeah. No, no, yeah. I definitely do go to the beach. The beaches here are lovely.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Is it quite expensive there in Dubai, or do you find it sort of on par?
Oh, no, no, it is definitely expensive here.
Really?
Yeah, so you could kind of equate it to whatever the number price is in South Africa, that's what it is here. So
Whoa,
if it's 10 Rand for a can of Coke, it will be 10 dirham for a can of Coke here. Uh,
unbelievable.
which is 50 Rand for a can of Coke, it's something
Jeez.
like that. So it can be quite expensive, but if you are earning the currency here, then it's fine.
Yeah,
Then you're okay. But if you're a South African coming here, it can definitely be
be expensive.
challenging. So yeah, I think it's best if you do want to move to Dubai, it's best to, work in Dubai and
Of
earn in their
course,
currency.
of course. And have you had much live performances there? I know we've spoken about that earlier. Um, do you perform sort of at a festival or in at a venue?
I've done a couple of festivals, yeah. In December, I did a festival called MOTN.
Okay.
Um, it was in Abu Dhabi, and I've recently done a festival called Music at the Boardwalk, which is a tour through Abu Dhabi. And then there was one in January. It was called Tunes DXB. So that was like a tour through Dubai. So yeah, there's been a lot of festivals. It's been very, very exciting, and there's lots going
Right.
on here.
I can imagine. Could
Yeah.
you share any advice or insights for aspiring musicians who are just starting their journey?
Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it because you can, as long as you work hard enough, and you're fully committed to making your dream a reality, you can do anything. So don't be put down by the naysayers.
Very good advice. Very, very good advice. A lot of people, I think, give up because people say, oh, you're useless. You can't sing. You can't play this. You can't do that. So that's actually
Yeah,
very good advice.
yeah, yeah.
Another question for you, Vaughn. How do you channel your emotions into your music?
Uh, well, as I said earlier, I think it's being honest with yourself
Yeah,
when you're writing. So making sure that you are able to put all the emotions that you are feeling or the story that you want to tell, uh, make it as real as it possibly can, and turn that into a story or
right.
a song, or I think that's what makes the best music.
Well, that's actually very, very good. Apologies again for my dog barking in the background.
All good. He's part of the conversation. It's fine.
Yeah, no, she's saying, no, I want to be part. Um, have you ever had a song idea come to you in a dream?
Have I? I think yes. I think it's happened a couple of times, but then when I wake up, I forget the melody.
Oh,
It's happened like
no.
a few times. Um, yeah, I don't think anything has truly come from a dream. Um, yeah, I don't dream much, to be honest. I fall asleep and I
And that's
enter a
it.
a void. So
Oh, my word.
yeah,
So it just depends, if you remember, you remember. If you don't, because I've heard some people have had a dream and they've got to write down right there and then, wake up and write it
yeah,
down.
exactly. Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
sure if you're in a deep sleep, you don't want to now wake up.
I think what was the one guy from the Beatles wrote "Let It Be" from a dream
Right?
he had.
Really?
Yeah, Paul McCartney. Yeah, Paul
Okay.
McCartney. Yeah. He um he woke up the one morning, and I believe he had the "Let It Be" melody in his head, and that's how
Wow.
that's in my life. So yeah.
That's how it started. Vaughn, do you just play guitar or can you play any other instrument?
My main instrument is definitely guitar, but I can definitely play a bit of piano.
Okay.
Um, and I've messed around with banjo before and ukulele and all of that. So yeah, I definitely like to experiment with other instruments. Um, but I would say guitar is probably my main one.
Would that be the acoustic guitar or electric?
I play more acoustic than electric, but I love both.
You love both. Okay. I've tried to play guitar, but I just can't get my fingers around the strings and I thought, no, I'll give up.
Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, many people give up because it hurts their fingers, and
Yeah,
over time you get used to it.
of course. I'm going to ask some nice, fun questions now. Now we've got all the hard ones out. If your
Cool.
music were a flavor of ice cream, what would it be?
Oh.
Difficult
Uh,
one.
Pistachio, why not?
Oh, that's nice. Nice. I love pistachios. So
Yeah, it's
that's
lovely.
a taste that will just linger all the time. So that will be your music, a
Yeah,
nice flavor that never goes away.
I like that. I like that.
Have you ever written a song while eating pizza in your pajamas?
Probably. Probably. Yeah, I'm sure that's happened.
And
Uh, I do like pizza, so that's definitely possible. I'm sure I have.
can you get pizza in Dubai or is it just a strict?
No, you can get pizza. There's
Can
so
you?
many food options. Yeah, yeah. There's everything you could possibly think of. It's ridiculous, actually. There must be about like 10,000 restaurants here in Dubai because
Wow.
there's so many options to choose from. It's like you actually
Yeah,
don't know to get at the end of the day.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tell us, Vaughn, what's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
Um, well, there was a birthday party I did a while ago, and I, I I remember I got there and I was setting up the equipment, and when I looked up, a whole family was sitting on chairs watching me set up the equipment, and they weren't
Right.
saying, they're just like staring at me, and it was a bit, it's a bit strange.
Whoa.
Uh, yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was a lovely evening. So yeah, I'm grateful for everyone who listens to my music. So I don't
Oh,
want to say,
fantastic. Yeah.
that anyone's strange, but I guess that's one that comes to my mind.
Okay, now the last question, I'm afraid we're out of time, but the last question, if you could tell us where people can get your music and where they can follow you on social media.
So you can find my music on any streaming platform, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you listen to your music, it will be there. And you can follow me on Instagram at Vaughn Prangley, and that goes for TikTok and Facebook and all of those. It's the same username, so at Vaughn Prangley.
Fantastic. Well, Vaughn, I want to thank you once again for taking
Thank
time out of
you.
your day for coming to chat with me. I've really enjoyed this. And I hope you have a great day. I know it's but just 1:30 there now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Oh, fantastic. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Vaughn, and thank you
Awesome.
so
Thank you
much
so
once
much.
again.
Awesome. Thank
Take
you.
care,
Bye bye.
Vaughn.